Dr. Samba Sheku Samba is a public health specialist specializing in community health promotion and education. He is dedicated to the reduction of maternal health and childbirth injuries. As a policy champion, he is dedicated to community organizing, advocacy, and policy change for women's reproductive health. He has been instrumental in working on initiatives that prevent tobacco companies from targeting minority populations and underserved communities in the state of Minnesota, USA. He was a key advocate in the state of Minnesota for the adoption of smoke-free foster care home policy, restriction on flavored tobacco products, and mobilization of communities around addressing youth tobacco influences in the retail environment. He is highly experienced in building relationships between policymakers and community people. At this moment, he is engaged in the rehabilitation of realized sex offenders and gang members in the correction system to become productive members of society in the USA. He also works with the City Council of Brooklyn Center as community engagement specialist in the area of security. He is working to build a healthy relationship between the police and the community in the City of Brooklyn Center. Sex for Grade campaign is a national fight that is done by many organizations. Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault has been tirelessly working to combat sex for grades. Speaking on how school-going pupils should report any teacher who is found requesting sex for grades, Ahmed Toure, the public relations officer, moved
for responding to and preventing sexual harassment in schools. And also, they should have a policy and publicize this so that any teacher caught will be punished. And they should have a committee or someone that people can talk to whenever a teacher harass them or force them to have sex with them just for them to have grades. It's not done. These are some of the measures that we have highlighted. There are so many measures that we have, but due to time, I'm not going to say all of them, but we have our billboard that we are going to give you guys so that you are going to meet them and know what are the things in your right. Whenever someone or a teacher forces you to have sex with him just for you to have grades, then there are policies that we are going to take and actions that are going to be taken against that teacher. And don't be afraid, we are going to give you a contact number for anything. Don't be afraid to call us. And don't worry, we are working with our first lady. No answer for our girls, and we are all in partnership. Our Excellency, First Lady Fatima Diabibio, so don't be afraid of anything. After here, we are going to give you our billboard so that anything that you have.
Expressing her satisfaction for the good initiative and fighting sex for grades, Mary Cabo is a school-going pupil of the St. Joseph Convent Senior Secondary School.
They have educated us in various ways, and that is by us knowing exactly that we girls should not be assaulted. And yet still, if we're assaulted, then there should be a way we could contact them, and also for us to be able to stop this assaulting in our community and in the nation as a whole. So we have learned a lot, and also I've learned a lot, and I'm going to talk to my friends, for my friends to be able to tell me, and for me to be able to contact them, or for me to tell them that there is an organization called Mufasa who is actually trying to fight against girls being assaulted in our community.
Emanuela F. Emmanuel, in a statement, highlighted ways of how she intends to help on the fight against sex for grades. She added in a diplomatic way that some girls are also to be blamed if they are assaulted.
To fight against the assault in school, I'm going to make sure that whenever I see a teacher trying to harass a girl in school for grades, I'm going to make sure to report. Or either way, I'm also going to talk to the girls that they don't need to because some girls are also at fault. Although a teacher shouldn't fall in love and shouldn't be attracted to a school child, but the girls sometimes are also at fault. But I'm going to talk to them that they need to stop attracting the teachers because there are consequences, and it's not good in the sight of the communities and the country as a whole, and it might affect them in the future.
Kamara is the president of the Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault. He thanked the administration of the school for their permission to organize such a wonderful program. He continued by extending his campaign to the public.
Discussing with young girls who have become victims of sexual rape or assault by teachers, and it was indeed we had a lot of stories from some of these, pupils as a result of sexual harassment by these teachers. And therefore, we want to say thank you so very much for this opportunity given to us by Dr. Sheku Samba, for us to embark on this great journey when it comes to sex for grades in secondary schools. And
sex for grades must not be encouraged in any institution. This report was filed by Henry Conte and read in the studios by Odra N. Sano.
Sexual assault has become endemic in our society today. This has resulted to the destruction of many lives. In order to curb sexual assault and to end sex for grades, Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault, Mufasa, visited Government Technical Secondary School to sensitize school-going pupils on the dangers of sexual assault. According to the national president, Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault, Kelfala Kamara.
Today we are at the Government Secondary Technical School, advocating for young girls who have become victims of sexual rape and assault, and more especially sex for grades in secondary schools and universities. And for this reason, we want to say a special thanks to Dr. Sheku Samba, who is the founding director of this wonderful organization called Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault. He has been empowering young people, in expressing their opinion and view when it comes to sexual rape and assault and sex for grades in secondary schools and universities as well. So, Doc, we want to say thank you so very much for giving us this great opportunity and privilege, to be in schools and universities in disseminating and educating young girls, so that they cannot give their bodies to teachers, they cannot give their bodies to those who they think probably will not add values to their lives, because these teachers are those who could be, the guidance to these peoples, but in return, they be the perpetrators of this kind of evil or, evil acts. And we want to say thanks so very much once again, Dr. Sheku Samba.
While sensitizing girls about the dangers of sex for grades, the national coordinator, Mufasa Executive, said sex for grades could lead to teenage pregnancy, maternal death, fistula, and sexual transmitted diseases. He further admonished boys of Government Technical Secondary School not to serve as collaborators with teachers who engage in sex for grades.
We are here to educate you on sex for grade, or grade for sex. Sex for grade is when you give your body to teachers in return of grade. Or grade for sex, when teachers harass you to give your body to them in return of grade. Right? The consequences of sex for grade go like this. It leads you to teenage pregnancy, childbirth injury, like fistula. Right? When you are young and you get pregnant, which is unwanted pregnancy, you grow up, develop what? Fistula. A fistula is when you give birth and you don't able to control your urine. It's very bad. This is one of the consequences of being involved in sex for grade. Second thing is, it leads you not to pay attention no more in school. Even you cannot respect teachers again. How many of you can witness that? When teachers is in love with you, you can no longer pay attention to him, neither what? Study his subjects, right? Because you depend on sex for grade. Now, even the boys or the men, they act as a middleman between teachers and their fellow students for the same above. Am I right? Some, not all of them, but some are in habit of that. Being involved in sex for grade lead you to what? Maternal death, school dropouts. Right? So we are encouraging you all not to involve in sex for grade or grade for sex. Study very hard. If you involve in sex for grade, well, you cannot develop or you cannot participate well in your community. Instead, you become what? Graduates. Because there are people in Sierra Leone here, they are graduates, but what? They cannot, give what they can. Because what they have, they do not deserve it. We have them. Some people are graduates, but they don't have job. It's because they go through sex for grade or grade for sex. So we are encouraging you all to stop that and study very hard and to be someone in future.
Mufasa is advocating on behalf of young girls who are victims of sexual assault, more especially sex for grades in secondary schools and universities. He further said teachers and lecturers should serve as role models rather than being perpetrators. A People Government Technical Secondary School, Abibatu Kamara, urged fellow pupils to take their academic work seriously. She further said sex for grades hinders the progress of girls who want to become women of substance in society.
Sex for grade is real, even though it's not in technical but in outside schools. I want to say that people should not do that because it's wrong. We should always be studying and work hard so that we can promote to another form. We can do that by studying and working very hard. Read your notes. Do not depend on teachers for grade from nothing. You should study and work hard. Because we are all teenagers, we are coming to school. I will go and meet my colleague and talk to her that it should stop that. That is wrong. Because if you start doing this now at the senior level and you want to go to university, right? You will take this to the university, and that is wrong. Because after university, you have to work hard to have job to do. I want to say that we are all people who are coming to school to learn our education. To become a better person in life, we should work hard and to study. So, as usual, everyone wants to become a nurse, a doctor, engineers. Yes, we can do that because we are in the sciences. We can do that, but we can do that by studying and working very hard. We should take our core subjects very hard and to study.
Expressing her dissatisfaction, Emma Conte, a pupil of SSS3 Commercial Government Technical Secondary School, said girls are to blame for sex for grades because if girls are serious in their academic work, they will not accept teachers to get them for grades. She further admonished girls to take their academic work seriously.
Well, I want to say to my colleagues, for those who are involved, but not in this school, for other school and other community, I want to advise to them. This my advice I want to give to them is, let us stay away from sexual harassment. Because if they focus on their book learning, they will not go to teachers and beg them for grade. So I want to beg them to focus on their school so to concentrate on their book learning so that they can be a better people tomorrow, so that they will be able to advise one another. Well, I want to blame the peoples because as for me, teachers will not come to me and said, come and meet me in my house, come and meet me another where, come and meet me in Arbadi. So I will not go there because I know what I'm doing in school is right. So I will go and study. If I have an exam, I'll go and study so that I can be able to write something. On my final message, I want to say to them, those who are already involved in this sexual harassment, to stay away from it. So to have a strong mind, to go to school back and focus on their book learning so that when they educate, they can be able to educate another person so that there will be people tomorrow that people will admire at them. So my own message to them, I want them to be patient and focus on their book learning because it's the only way of success in life.
To take their academic work seriously. Sexual assault endangers the lives of girls and it makes them lose their focus.
Sex for grades in secondary school is becoming alarming and unbearable in Sierra Leone. Men united to fight against sexual assault, Mufasa, has been working tirelessly in ensuring that they put a stop to it. Josephine Danelaniko is one of the participants at the government Rokel Secondary School and she speaks more on this.
I'm 16 years of age. When I learned a lot because of some of our teachers in Rokel, they're abusing us, asking us to love with them just because of grade. That is not good. We are the future leader for tomorrow. We cannot be using our body to teach us, but of course they are going to be our fathers. Well, I'm going to my community to tell them that you people to stop child abuse. Child abuse is not good for us, because if you abuse a child, what do you gain? You gain nothing. You are going to put that child's future at the end. It's not going to benefit anything in life. Okay. My message is that, Mom, the parents, please don't allow any man to start calling your small children my wife. It's not good, because that you calling my wife is going to be something tomorrow. Maybe you will take that child and leave it with him and start doing something. It's not good. And for the teachers, stop harassing us for money and stop harassing us for sexual harassment. It's not good. Like for me, any teacher do that to me, I promise I'll go to the First Lady office and report him.
Grade for sex in secondary schools is becoming unbearable in Sierra Leone. Teachers who are supposed to be guardians to these peoples are the ones exploiting them into sexual activity. Aisa Tuba is one of the pupils at the government Rukel Secondary School, and she explains more on this.
I'm 17 years old. I'm attending the government Rukel Senior Secondary School. I have learned that we the peoples, or we the women, we should not left our body towards the teachers or the men outside, because we are the ones that's going to be the future leaders tomorrow. Because of that, we should be studying hard, because if we do not study hard, that will be the thing that are giving us the cause to give our body to the teachers, lecturers. But if we study hard, teachers will not harass us for money, they will not harass us for sex. But if we don't study hard, that is the cause that some teachers or some lecturers that are asking us, come and give money for your assignment, or you don't pass, come and give your money. Or they will say in the university, come, because you don't pass my topic, come and visit me at home. Let you give me your body, then I will give you the mark that you. But that one is not good, because our body is our everything in life. Because when you left your body towards another man, when you married, you will not get anything, because you have given away your pride. I'm appealing to them that, especially our mothers and our fathers, they should take good care of us. Not every time that your child tells you that I'm going to the beach, I'm going to visit my friend. No, not all the time that you should allow your child to go outside, because you should secure your child, especially the ladies, because nowadays we the ladies, we used to go out, went to the beach, I want to visit my friend, I want to go somewhere. No, not all the time, because we should keep our academic work seriously. The parents should take good care of us, not allow us to visit anywhere that we want to go. They should discipline us.
Men United to Fight Against Sexual Assault is a non-governmental and youth-led advocacy organization that geared towards advocating for young girls and women that have been sexually abused. Men who are the perpetrators of this evil act should also become the solution solvers. Fahid Ibrahim Sadiq is one of the facilitators and also a Ghanaian who speaks more on the consequences and challenges of being into early sexual activity. And he has this to say.
Yeah, I experienced a whole lot, and then I can attest to the fact that I was very happy to see the students partaking the whole seminar, partaking the whole activities. It's like they were yelling, they were gelling to listen to the courses and the preventive measures and whatever they are supposed to do. And I was also even very much happy when I learned that the students were trying to know that it is not good for them to continue putting up those practices, and that as ladies as they are, if they are able to sit down, learn very hard and listen to whatever the lecturer or the teacher tells them, they are going to try as much as possible to pass their exams, and there will be no room anywhere that the teacher will be demanding, but come and pay money or come and give me yourself before I cannot help you to pass the exam. So they themselves have agreed that from henceforth they are going to sack their minds, they are going to sack their minds up, they are going to start learning very hard, take their studies seriously, and that they are going to learn so that all these practices, the lecturer can never get advantage of them and then have
Sex for grades should not be tolerated in school. This report was filed by Hassan Jallo and was read in the studios by Malik Sawane.